Well, sadly, another spanner has been thrown into works with Walsh being out. I was actually going to hold trades this week in my overall squad here, and unfortunately, not going to be able to do that now. We lose Walsh, not good, and I've got Trey Fuller there. So the plan was to hold Fuller for round 13 and then make my decision on that one there. And unfortunately, that's going to be harder to do now without, trading this week, that's for sure. So I think I'm going to be trading Walsh. It's most likely going to be for Drinkwater. I think that's just the play that we have to make this week, unfortunately. It could be for Dom Young. It's potentially the other option, but I do think obviously with Drinkwater's, what he can do this week, I would be moving Garrick or Iro into the fullback slot. I do think I want a strong fullback for this time, and I'm going to Magic Round. He's basically the only star left in Magic Round, so Drinkwater is very likely coming in to my side. So I'll confirm that now and have a little play with it over the next few days. But what I'm thinking at the moment, I can do a little vice captaincy with one of these Cowboys players now. I was going to do it with Walsh. I will see if Nico Hines actually plays, then I'll probably pop Hines into the starting side and vice captain him and then make my decision on that, obviously. I've got Trey Fuller, who's out this week for me. And if Hines was to play, that means he's the only one out in my side. I would move Drinkwater to reserves, and then I would have to not play maybe Fermor, maybe Talangi or an Iro, something like that would be the play. And then I would loop in that vice captaincy score. It'd have to be pretty big, I'd say, to go away from Val Holmes, who I'm probably going to go back to the well with, or Jermaine Asako could be the other one if I wanted to if Hines doesn't play. I'll probably vice captain one of the Cows players, and then captaincy on Asako is probably where I'll sit now with my squad. The reason I didn't want to trade this week, guys, because I have a few players here that I'm not going to play on my bench. Like I've got Smithies, Kaipius Paul that I'm sitting at the moment, Jaden Brayley. I've got Galvin, who I'm sitting, and also Strange. So I thought it was a great opportunity to hold, and I need to, considering I was at 24. Now it's at 23 with that one trade. Super frustrating. The reason I am locking in that trade, obviously, to do with missing both fullbacks at the moment. But the main issue there is that Walsh will, if he comes back next week, and that's an if, it is against an easier opponent next week, but then he goes straight to Origin. Does he then back up round 14? I'm not sure if he actually does, to be honest with you. Maybe Cobbo, if he does play Origin, he backs up. Or if he's not in Origin, he's going to be the clear fullback in that week. So I just feel in that scenario, if I'm going to have Fuller out on random weeks, especially next week, I need to lock in a guy that's going to play over the next month, and that's Drinkwater. So that's where I'm going with it. It's frustrating. I was keen to see Walsh play against Manly this week, one of the only stars at Magic Round, as I said, absolute, out and out superstars. We will get to see, a good game there. Hopefully Nico plays, but Sharks and Roosters, I'm excited for that one. Anyway, I'm going to Friday games and I'm going to Sunday games. I don't have a ticket for Saturday at this stage, but I just thought I needed to hold a trade this week because the rest of the squad's looking pretty good. Hopefully a better score from Coruscant this week. We're hoping for that in the last game of the round, along with the Sarko after their 36 and 41 last week. We've got Garrick's 36, hopefully a much better week from him. Holmes and now Drinkwater, hopefully big ones on their front, and we can have a good week there. That's for sure. But I think hopefully over the next few weeks I don't have to trade too much, and then I'm pretty well set for 13. That's my goal, but these injuries keep coming through, and I need to get a player in my fullback slot. So short and sharp in my team this week. The one trade, hoping for some big scores across the board in the rest of the squad. Isaac Tungle needs to come back with a bang because he's got a high break even. Not that it matters at this point. I'm going to hold for at least until round 13, but I would absolutely love a good score out of him at some point. Please, I'm due. I've had 30 odd, 28 or something, and then him not playing last week. So I need an improvement there. I'm likely to play Talangi just because the upside compared to that of Smithies or Galvin at this point of the season. That's where I'm going to go with this one. Iro not coming up against Manu now is helpful, so we'll play him as well. And that's where we're at. I think, we'll muck around with vice captaincy and captaincy over the next few days. So that's my team. Short and sharp, guys. I'm doing this on Thursday sort of afternoon there. I'm off to work and whatever else, then heading off to Magic Round in the morning. So this will come out tomorrow morning. Will be this morning now, but I'm making this Thursday afternoon. So if anything comes out further from there, unfortunately, I won't be making another video until Saturday morning. So there you go. Thanks for being here, guys. That is my team. We're going to go to the head-to-head squad now. And so far for this squad, we've been able to hold trades, which is nice. So still a boost remaining, 24 trades. They're ready to go, 182 in the bank. I think if I could have traded Chan to someone super relevant, I think I would have, but there's no one at 505 or lower that's super relevant. So we're going to leave that one there. Not going to play Coruscant this week, just going to play Watson off the bench for his 50 minutes. He's outdoing Watson in Coruscant in much less minutes, even when he does play those types of lower minutes there. 2RF is the problem for me this week with Plath, Chan, and then Kaipi's Paul as well. If he starts, we'll look at playing him for sure. If Frizzell's out, but if he's not, we'll leave him off and just play Crichton, Smithies, and Lane. We've got Adam Fanua-Blake doing good things. Hines, we really need him to play. If he doesn't play, I will trade Johnson to likely Walker. At this point, it's probably my only kind of theory. We get Brown's dual position next week. So we can either get the half or a 5/8 next week if things go poorly for any of these guys. So we'll have a little look at that one. At this point, vice captaining Drinkwater into Jermaine Osako as captain in the last game of the round there, which is cool. Got Holmes, Iro, Talangi, Dom Young in this team, and I'm going to be playing Taylor May. Is the situation that we come across in that one there. Again, if we have to make a trade, then actually it'll stay the same, to be honest. So yeah, that's where we're at with that one. Hopefully Meany has a better game as well. It's good to have Dom Young and his big price rises there, which will be cool. But very much hoping that I can get my wins, get wins this week without making trades in my two important comps there. So coming up against, I'm 12th against 17th and 15th against 19th. So I really need wins this week to keep moving up that ladder and put myself in a good position heading into the bye period, so that I can make other decisions other than having to continue to just go hard with trades and get back up that leaderboard. Because that's the most important thing for me, obviously, in this team, guys, is the head-to-head wins. I'm at 3,800 overall, which is nice, but it's not, apart from last week and week before as well, on a little bit of a streak at the moment, but needing some wins in these competitions to get me back in what's important, and that's at top 8 or closer to the top 6 will be delightful. That's the goal. That's our aim. That's where we're going for here. And hopefully this squad is enough to do so. And I think it definitely can be. There's enough good players in here. Without Johnson, he didn't go big last week anyway with the 35. So we can get a 50 odd or out of one of these other guys, which would be cool. And hopefully some better scores out of Drinkwater, Holmes, Iro, Osako, for example there. And then solid out of Smithies and Lane. If we can get 50 odd out of those two, that'd be great. Not play Coruscant for his lower score, likely, which I hope it's not. Hope it's good for my overall team, that's for sure. And we're going to leave it at that with 182k in the bank for some moves potentially in the next few weeks. And again, seeing where we're at in our league wins and making decisions from there. Thanks for coming along to the trades video this week. I wish you all the best of luck tonight in those games, and have a cracking weekend.